Got a few weeks to go before Christmas, so it's not too crazy out on the roads. Medium crazy. We're going to skip all that. Take a drive in this really spectacular 71 280SE 3.5 Cabriolet, finished in 423 tobacco brown with the traditional cognac interior, which is really a beautiful combination. It's a blend of earth tones that really works nicely on the car. And when tobacco brown is really dead on as far as paint depth and gloss, and applied to laser beam straight coachwork, boy, does it look fabulous. It really is rich. And that's the case with this car. Restored quite some years ago and then put up because the owner who coordinated the restoration became ill. Was rescued by a good client of mine a few months ago out of a garage in San Francisco, and is just finished undergoing a comprehensive recommissioning, mostly done by Burlingame Motors in my area, my go-to old-timer vendor. And it's pretty much done. This is acting as one of the couple of final road tests I'll do with the car, just to make sure everything is sorted out. And there's a certain feel about 3.5 coupes and cabriolet. There's this certain all-of-a-piece, very taut, precise, negligible steering free play, no driveline vibration feel that the cars should have, and I've found over the years not all of them feel the way Mercedes intended. This car is still on its hydro compensator sitting over the rear axle, which is really important on how the cars behave. I checked Briggs & Schrader, the last 10 3.5 Cabriolet sales, and 30% of those cars did not have the correct compensator. They had the typical workaround, cheap workaround, which is a coil spring instead of this hydro compensator. And so those cars, you can, if you know what you're doing, you can really tell how odd those cars feel. They have kind of a tail waggy behavior on the road, but this is dead on, just the way Mercedes intended it to be. And they're so refined. It's just incredible. And this, got to keep in mind, this is 1971. Such a refined car, and that's why people are chasing these cars. Yes, it's a gorgeous design, gorgeous looking car, but a lot of the appeal is the way they behave on the road. Very quiet, silky smooth. A lot of them suffer from driveline vibration. This has got zero. Another hallmark for these cars is the way they fit together. This is considered to be the last few years where there was a lot of hand fitment at the factory, and they were new for perfect shut lines, door gaps, panel transitions to be dead on. And boy, if you look down the side of this car, it's extraordinary the way the panel fit is. Doors absolutely flush, shut lines even. And that's another big draw for these cars, is the build quality and how they were manufactured. So there's a lot to look at in these cars. They're expensive. Not all of them are created equal. Not all of them are restored equal. And often restorers begin with substandard cars that are never going to be right. So this car is just sublime. I probably owned 30 3.5 coupes and cabs, and I'm picky, and this car definitely behaves the way it should and appears the way it should. Do have a look at all the pictures I shot of the car. I caught the light just right at the location that I shoot a lot of my cars. It's next to where I went to grade school, and I caught the light just right in the tobacco brown. The quality and paint depth and panel quality of this car, it's just brilliant. Almost looks like liquid. The paint and sheet metal on this car. Based on what we see as we go over the car, interior, exterior, undercarriage, etc., and look at all the materials and all the fit and finish, it's obvious that an enormous amount of money was spent on the car. Fresh interior, and it's interesting. The interior was done when you could still get cognac that resembles almost perfectly the original stippled pattern of cognac when the car was new. The cognac that we have access to today has a really bold pattern, and it doesn't really match what was in the car originally. So this car, a case can be, it looks like it's never been restored because it was done with the matching cognac, and it was done quite some years ago, so it's taken on this mellow vibe of patina, and it has quite an original look, I have to say. Wood was done, lots of chrome done. Wood's changed a little bit, still gorgeous, but it's also taken on a slight patina of age. Soft top is fabulous. Headliner, superb. It's interesting how people respond to the car. I've encountered people who have absolutely no interest in cars other than going from point A to point B, but boy do they respond to this car. I think this car and gull wings get people who have no particular interest in automobiles excited. It's such a beautiful, balanced design, eternally elegant design, eternally attractive design. There isn't a bad angle for this design. You walk around this car 360, every square inch is beautifully balanced, not overdone, not underdone. Design. Don't hesitate to drop me a note via the contact seller link in the auction with any questions. I'm happy to answer them. I know these cars very well. And do look at all the pictures. I took pictures of a lot of nooks and crannies that are sometimes overlooked. So I try to give everybody a complete picture of what this car is like. really a gorgeous car, I have to say. Really nice. Feeling lucky that it's come my way. So we'll look forward to a great auction. We're off to a good start.